Hi, welcome back to Math Widgets. So in today's video, we are going to learn about percentages. How to convert percentages into fractions and fractions into percentages. Also, we are going to learn about percentage word problems, like where do we use in real life. Okay, let's get into the video. So in today's class, we are learning about percentages. Percent means out of 100. This term percent comes from two Latin words, per cent, that means out of 100. So the percentage symbol is, so when do we use these percentages? We say that Pavan got 90% marks in mathematics. So that means 90% marks, 90 marks out of 100 marks. Okay, the same way 80% means 80 out of 100. 32%, that means 32 out of 100. Okay, let's learn how to express a percentage into a fraction or decimal. Let's convert 25% into fraction. While converting percentage into fraction, we always divide by 100. So here 25% is there. So 25 out of 100, which means if you convert this into lowest fraction, both 25 and 100 are there in 25 times table. So 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4 is the fraction for 25 percentage. Okay, so let's convert another fraction. 7 1 out of 5 percentage. Here 7 1 out of 5 is a mixed fraction. 7 is the whole number, 1 out of 5 is a proper fraction. To convert this fraction into fraction, first convert into improper fraction. 5 times 7 is 35. 35 plus 1 is 36. And then 36 out of 5 percentage. Now 36 by 5 percentage means 36 by 5 divided by 100, because percent means out of 100. So let's divide this. 36 upon 5, while dividing by 100, we can write 100 as a fraction by keeping the denominator 1. So it does not change the value and we can easily write down the fraction. Now, while dividing the two fractions, the denominator is always be reciprocal by converting the fractions into multiplication. So here the reciprocal of the fraction is 100 by 1, as written as 1 out of 100. We are just reciprocaling the denominator as numerator, numerator as denominator. Now, multiplication of fractions we already know. 36 times 1 is 36 and 5 times 100 is 500. Both 36 and 500 are there in 4 times table. So let's divide it. 36 times divided by 4 is 9. 500 divided by 4 is 125. So 7 1 out of 5 percentage is nothing but 9 out of 125. Okay. Now let's convert a decimal into fraction. Let's convert this 3.5 percentage into fraction. 3.5 percentage can be written as 3.5 out of 100. But here we have to convert this 3.5 as a fraction first of all. 3.5, as we already discussed in the decimals lesson, 0.5 can be written as 35 by 10 out of 100. This 100 can be again reciprocal by multiplying. So 35 by 10 times 100 can be written as 1 out of 100, because 100 is in the denominator. This can be written as by reciprocaling the number. So 35 times 1 is 35. 10 times 100 is 1000. So 35 by 1000 can be written as, both are there in the 5 times table. So we can divide by both the numerator and denominator by 5, and 35 divided by 5 is 7 and 1000 divided by 5 is 200. So 3.5 percentage, if we convert into fraction, answer is 7 out of 200. Okay, this is how we solve the percentages into fractions. Now the same fraction can be converted into decimal also by dividing. That we already discussed in the decimals lesson, how to convert a fraction into decimal the same way. Let's quickly solve these questions. Convert the percentages into fraction. First question is 65 percentage. Write it in the fractions. So 65 out of 100. 65 out of 100, still it is a fraction and it can be converted into lowest fraction by dividing both numerator and denominator by 5, which is 13 out of 20. The next question is 11.5 percentage. 11.5 can be written as 11.5 out of 100. So 11.5 is a decimal number. So let's convert this number into fraction first of all. So 11.5 can be written as 115 out of 10 divided by 100. So we will write it as 115 out of 10 multiplied by 1 out of 100. So this 100 we are reciprocaling. 115 times 1 is 115 out of 10 times 100 is 1000. Again 115 by 1000 can be converted into lowest form. 115 by 5, which is 23. 1000 by 5 is 200. So 11.5 percentage can be written as a fraction 23 out of 200. Now mixed fraction percentage. 6 1 by 4 percentage. 6 1 by 4 is a mixed number. So let's convert this into improper fraction first of all. So 6 times 4 is 24 plus 1 is 25. 25 upon 4 percentage. This can be written as 25 upon 4 divided by 100. So 25 upon 4, 100 can be written as 100 by 1 and we are reciprocaling again. So 100 by 1 as 1 by 100, and if you simplify this, 25 out of 400. Both 25 and 400 are there in 25 times table. So 25 times 1, 25 times 16. So 6 1 by 4 percentage is nothing but 1 out of 16. These fractions can again converted into decimals that we already learnt in the decimals lesson. How to convert fractions into decimals, that you can go and watch the video. I will post it in the description. So far we had seen that conversion of percentages to fractions. Now we will learn conversion of fractions into percentages. And we had seen that while converting percentages to fractions, we divided by 100. Now, while converting fractions to percentages, we multiply by 100. Okay, let's solve some questions now. We know that while converting fractions to percentages, we multiply by 100. The first question is 3 out of 25. Let's convert this into percentages. So 3 out of 25, and we have to multiply by 100, because while converting fractions to percentages we have to multiply by 100, and we already know that how to multiply fractions into a whole number. So that we already done in the fractions lesson. So 3 out of 25 times 100. So now we can simplify here. 25 times 4 is 100. 3 times 4 is 12. So 3 out of 25 can be written as 12 percentage. Okay. The same way 1 out of 12 convert into percentages. 1 out of 12 times 100. Okay. Now let's simplify this. 2 times 6, 2 times 50. Again 2 times 3, 2 times 25. Now here we can write it as 25 out of 3 percentage. Now 25 by 3 can be written as 3 times 8 is 24. 1 out of 3 percentage. That means 8.33 percentage. 1 out of 12 is nothing but 8.3333, like that the list goes on. So 8.33 percentage. Now 2 1 by 4 is a mixed fraction. Let's convert this into percentage. 2 1 by 4 is nothing but 4 times 2 8, 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 out of 4 times 100. 4 times 25 is 100. 25 times 9 is 225. 2 1/4 can be written as 225 percentage. See how simple it is. And I'm writing some questions here and you also solve along with me. 4 out of 5 convert into percentages. While converting fraction to percentages, we always multiply by 100. 5 times 20 is 100. Now 4 times 20 is 80. 4 out of 5. 4 by 5 is nothing but 80 percentage. Now let next question. 2 2 by 5. 2 2 by 5 is a mixed fraction. So let's convert into improper. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. 12 out of 5 times 100. 5 times 20 is 100. Now numerator times the whole number. 20 times 12 is 240. So we will write it as 240 percentage. Now next question is 17 out of 20. Write it in percentages. So 17 out of 20 times 100. 20 times 5 is 100. So 17 times 5 is 85. So 17 out of 20 is nothing but 85 percentage. Okay. So this is how we solve the percentages to fraction, fraction to percentages conversion. But in our real life, where do we use these percentage questions? Let's solve some real life word problems where exactly we use percentages in our real life. Let's learn. So let's see the question here. The yearly salary of Manish is 48,000 rupees. Now he spends 25% of his salary on food. How much does he spend on food? So let's see what was given in the question. Manish's salary is 48,000 rupees, right? So he spends only 25%. Now we have to find out that 25% of 48,000 is how much? 25% means we know that 25 out of 100 times 48,000. If you simplify this, these two zeros, these two zeros will get cancelled. 1 times 48 is 48. So simply 25 times 48 we multiplied. 25 times 48 is 1200. So he spends 1200 rupees on food because 25% of 48,000 is 1200. Okay, let's see another question. So the question is, in an examination 1600 students appeared and 320 students are failed. So we have to find the pass percentage of the students. So the from the question the given information is total number of students are 1600. Out of 1600 only 320 failed. So number of students passed, we simply subtract failed students from the total number of students. We get 1600 minus 320 is 1280. So these many students are passed. Now we have to find out the pass percentage. Okay, so how do we find out the pass percentage? We know that number of students passed, which are 1280 students are passed out of 1600 students, and we want percentage, so we multiply by 100. So if we simplify this fraction, 0 0 get cancelled, 128 by 160, 2 times 80, 2 times 64, 2 times 40, 2 times 32, 4 times 10, 4 times 8, 2 times 5, 2 times 4. So simply 4 out of 5 times 100. 5 times 20 is 100. 4 times 20 is 80. That means pass percentage of the students is 80 percentage. Understand the question? Pass percentage is 80 percentage. Here what did we do? We know that total number of students are 1600 and failed students are 320. If we take away failed students from the total students, we will get to know passed students. So 1280 students are passed out of 1600 students. But we want pass percentage. The passed out students by total students times 100. If we simplify this, we will get 4 out of 5 times 100. So again, 5 times 20 is 100, 4 times 20 is 80. This fraction simplification we have already learnt in the fractions lesson. That's why I was speeding up here. Okay, so the pass percentage is 80%. 80% of the students are passed. Okay, I hope you understand about the percentage lesson. In the next video, we will learn that how to find out a percentage of a whole number. I hope you understand about percentage lesson. If you have any doubts, please let me know. So far we had seen that conversion of fractions to percentages, percentages to fractions. Also we have done some word problems, right? So in the next video, how to simplify and solve the percentages quickly in competitive exams. Okay, if you haven't subscribed our channel yet, please do so. Thank you for watching.